Well, welcome guys to our workshop today. We're super excited. Me and Bobby are a little bit of health nerds. And I'm also a math nerd, so I probably don't have much going for me in that area, but we just love information. We love education. We love sharing the things that we're learning. So we wanted to put these workshops together just to help people know some of the things that have helped us. Maybe it'll help them too. So first off, my name's Kara Allen, and I live in Snowflake, Arizona with my family of 3 kiddos, my husband. I teach math during the day online. And in school, I had a minor in health science, but I think I've learned more about the gut in the last 4 years than I did in school because it just wasn't taught. So Bobby can probably attest to that too. I'll let her introduce herself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Bobby, and I am, can you guys see me? Because I can't see me.
There you go.
Can you see me, Kara?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I also live in Snowflake. I am a nurse, and just like Kara said, they do not teach gut health in that field. They like barely touch on it, like the tiniest little bit. So I learned the basics, but that's it. And really all we learned was make sure you know what the patient is taking so that you can tell them to stop it when they go to have surgery or whatever, or it's going to mess with this other medication kind of thing. So it was like, we don't want to prevent your illness. We want you to stop taking that so we can treat your illness kind of thing. That's really all we get. So like Kara, I'm super excited to learn about the supplements and how they work and how they affect to not only treat your symptoms, but to prevent your symptoms. So a little more about me. I'm a nurse. I'm a mom of 3, and I'm being recorded. Say hi.
Hi. And there they are.
Okay,
that's mom life right there.
This is real life, guys. Anyway, so I live in Snowflake. I have 3 kids. He's my youngest, and that's about it for me. So I'm going to jump right into my story and how I got started with Plexus. So I actually started with the skincare line, the Joyome, and I loved it. I've never felt like my face was so soft, so smooth. I always was blotchy and couldn't go anywhere without like covering up with makeup. Actually, I looked at an older picture a while back and noticed how caked on my makeup was. And I never thought I put it on heavy, but looking at that picture now, I'm like, wow, it was really caked on. So I started with that, and Kara kept bugging me, thank goodness, asking me, are you sure you don't want to try the supplements? So I finally did try the supplements. I've suffered from chronic migraines since I was about 8 years old. And I have other fibromyalgia and gut problems and bloating and indigestion, and just got to the point where I was like, okay, now I'm going to have to think about adding on this prescription. I wasn't taking any prescriptions, but I kept feeling like I need a prescription for this and I need a prescription for that. And I just kept having to add what I thought I needed prescriptions for to fix my problems. And so finally I started trying the supplements, and I started with the triplex. Kara's going to kind of go into the supplements and how they work and what they do a little bit later. But I started with the triplex. That's our 3 basic products. And then the Ease. And I love, love, love the Ease. It's my favorite product. In fact, I almost ran out the other day and I was freaking out. Where do I get some more? So I'm super excited to share this information with you. And I'm going to turn it back over to Kara so that she can get into a little bit of the nitty gritty, and hopefully you guys get a little bit more understanding of why these products are so important to us and why we want to share them with you guys so much.
Awesome. And Bobby, tell them all, how many migraines did you used to have in a week?
Oh, so when I was little, not a ton, 15, maybe a month. But as I got older, And most recently, I would get 5 to 7 migraines a week, and they just would debilitate me. I wouldn't be able to pay attention at work, and I'd be stuck in bed trying to fall asleep but couldn't. And I couldn't take anything at work because then it would make me go to sleep. So yeah, so
Gotcha.
and now
Cool.
I don't have any. I've gotten rid of them completely.
I was gonna say, how many in the last year? 0.
Yeah, I haven't had any in the whole last year. Zero migraines in a whole year. That's a miracle to me, guys. A huge life changer for me.
So huge. And I'm not going to promise you'll have 0 migraines in a year like Bobby, but I for sure can help you reduce them. And that's what we're here today. So I'm going to pull up my screen for a minute and share my screen because we have some fun facts for you. We told you we're kind of nerds. We think they're fun though. So I'm going to pull it up. Okay, so we're going to start here. Hippocrates says all disease begins in the gut. And so this list is by far not like inclusive. It's just a small glimpse, but here's 7 quick signs that you might have a gut issue. So 1, you deal with stomach issues, whether it's gas or bloating, digestion issues, constipation or diarrhea, or both, and heartburn. All of those things mean you have a problem in your gut. But most people think if you have a gut issue, it's just those problems in your gut, and that's not true. So number 2, do you eat a lot of sugar or processed foods? Think about when you make bread, yeast feeds on sugar. So if you eat a meal and you immediately go looking for a sweet treat at the end of a full meal, you're like full, but you still want a sugary treat, you have a yeast problem in your gut. So number 3, unintentional weight changes. Oh, my battery is gonna die, hold on. You wanna keep reading those? You're muted. Oh, okay. You're still muted, Bobby, but I'm back. So I'll finish up.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I thought I unmuted myself. Okay, so let me just real quick, Kara, jump in. I wanted to share that who she's talking about was me, the high sugar intake person. I would eat my dinner and then have to eat a dessert. Had to. I did not want to taste whatever meal it was I just ate in my mouth the rest of the day. It needed to be something sweet. So huge change.
Yeast issue for sure. Okay, so let's see. Number 3 is weight changes, unintentional weight changes. Is it really hard for you to lose weight or gain weight? All of those fall into gut issues. 4 is sleep disturbances. Do you feel like sleep just doesn't work? That was me. I used to feel like I would get 7 to 8 hours of sleep and I'd wake up feeling like I got none. So if you struggle with insomnia or you're tired all the time, then you have a gut issue. If you have skin irritations, guess what? That is almost always from a gut imbalance. And it's because the bacteria in your body is so imbalanced, it is spreading and it's looking for a large source to survive on. And guess what? Your largest organ is your skin. So that's why it goes out to your skin to survive. Okay, so skin irritations, acne, eczema, rashes, psoriasis, rosacea, it's all from an imbalance in your gut. Number 6 is an autoimmune condition. Do you have diabetes? Thyroid is so prevalent right now. Arthritis issues, Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, can't talk today, MS, all of those things stem from chronic inflammation. And after a while, your body just starts saying, I'm going to shut down because I don't know how else to fight this. I'm just going to fight everything. And that's when you get an autoimmune condition. Before you get the autoimmune condition, you have chronic unexplained pain. Your labs might say you're fine, but you don't feel fine. That's a huge sign you have a gut issue, like a migraine every day. And then 7 is food intolerances. We have a huge rise of celiac issues right now too. And it's because our guts have been off for so long and we're passing it on generation to generation, and it gets worse every generation. So kind of some fun facts. Okay, we're gonna speed up a little bit and breeze through these next couple. But did you know 39 million men, women, and children in the US suffer from migraines? 1 billion people worldwide suffer from migraine. 85% of migraine sufferers are women. Guess why? Hormones. When they fight against you, they always win. We want to get them working for you. Let's see, migraine is the third most prevalent or common illness in the world. Every 10 seconds, someone goes to the ER with head pain, and 1.2 million visits to the ER are for acute migraine. 4 million adults have chronic migraines with at least 15 attacks per month. So guess what? 15 a month means it's a chronic issue. So Bobby, when she was little, and she's like, oh, not very many, just maybe 15 a month. That's a lot, and it's a chronic problem. Okay, so number 8 really floored me. Medication overuse is the most common reason why migraines turn chronic. Medication overuse. Okay, so what if today, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, but what if today we could get it, it's still on Bobby. I don't know why it doesn't come to me. Anyway, hopefully it's on me. But anyway, what if today we could give you an option where you wouldn't have to necessarily use medication at all, or at least not as much as you used to be, so that you can rebalance your body and help it to fill in the gaps and heal itself. So the products that we're going to talk about today, you can find them anywhere. Quality is always an issue, and I love the high quality that Plexus has in their products, and I love the way they combine their products so that you can reduce the amount of products that you're taking. But supplementation is key in the world that we live in. You have to supplement. We just don't grow foods the same way. We have stress, we have prescriptions, we have antibiotics, we have so many things that are working against our gut. And some of them are necessary, but they're still working against our gut. I have like an angel glow. So we're going to kind of talk about a little bit of why your body might have migraines. Okay, so let me switch back to my notes here. I'm just looking at some stuff so I don't forget. Okay. So first, the number one, well, I shouldn't necessarily rank them in order. I'm just going to say some of the common reasons why you get a migraine in your body. And so number one is blood sugar imbalance. So I kind of mentioned before that when your hormones are working against you, they will always win. They are strong. So you want them working for you. All right. So when your blood sugar is imbalanced, and it's too high or too low throughout the day, you don't even have to be a diabetic. We're not talking about diabetics per se. We're just talking about you eat something, it spikes. You don't eat for a while, it drops. That can lead to blood sugar or to migraines. The second one is hormonal imbalance. So when your hormones are out of whack, they are going to all eventually be out of whack because they all talk to each other. So the Slim, let me show you this one. Our pink drink is called Slim. We wish it was called Balance. It's just that because when you balance your body, if you need to lose weight, you will. And so they called it Slim. But really, let's pretend it's called Balance. Its main ingredient is chromium, and chromium targets insulin, which is your body's master hormone. So if you can balance your insulin, it'll trickle down and balance all of your other hormones, and your body will start to rebalance. You'll stop craving sugar all day long for energy, and your mood will balance out. Okay, so that's the Slim. Slim can help with that. And the next reason why you might have migraines is because of poor gut health. So if you think about your gut as a whole bunch of these like balls, like my fists, that are right next to each other, if you get a break in them, guess what you're leaking into your body? Poop water, right? Because your gut is containing all the broken down food you've eaten, which we're supposed to eliminate through our intestines. But if you have holes in your intestine, you're leaking that into your body, and it's the root, it's what causes inflammation. Your body's like, this isn't supposed to be in my body, and it starts to react by causing inflammation. All right, so when you have poor gut health, not only are you leaking and causing chronic inflammation, you're no longer absorbing nutrients like you should. Your gut is where you absorb your vitamins and your minerals. So if it's not working right, it's not going to be absorbing them correctly, and you're going to start to get nutrient deficiencies. So I wanted to share my story for a second of why I started looking into these products. And I was really kind of snarky. I'm going to be honest. It took me 2 years to even look at the products. I thought it was just one of those quick fix weight loss things. I don't believe in those. I still don't. It takes work to make your body healthy. So I wouldn't look at it until I went to go visit my sister in Minnesota. And my sister has always struggled with depression, and she has always been addicted to her soda, her Coke. Or I think it was Pepsi, can't remember, but she loved it. I mean, in college, I remember she would wake up in the middle of the night and she would take a swig of her warm Coke that was on the side of her bed. Like, she had it all the time. She didn't care if it was warm or cold. She just had to have her friend, and it was her best friend. So I went to go visit her, and the first thing I noticed is there was no Coke anywhere in the house. I thought, that is really weird. And then I noticed that she was pretty happy, and she was no longer sleeping away a lot of the time. She used to sleep all the time because her prescriptions for her antidepressants made her tired. And so a lot of times she was sleeping, but she wasn't. She was up, she was playing with her kids. She had 4 kids in 7 years. 2 of them were twins, and she was being mom. She was enjoying life. We even went to the mega mall and just had fun. So I finally asked her, I said, what are you doing that's so different? And she's like, I'm doing Plexus. Have you heard of it? And I said, oh, yeah, I have. Why are you doing that? Like, I knew everything. And she said, no, it's not like that. It's a gut health product. And I said, oh, well, let me look into it. And the reason why I did is I had just gone to see a hormone doctor before I went to see my sister, because all of my hormones were in the normal range, but they were low. They were on the low end of normal, but I felt awful, and I had a 30-day period. So don't tell me I'm normal. 30-day period is not normal. I had all the PMS to go with it. I don't know how I'm still married, but we made it through, and I started the products just hoping it would help with that. Well, 3 weeks in, I started what became a normal menstrual cycle for the first time in months. And then 7 months in, so notice it's not a quick fix, but 7 months in, my period became pain-free again. And 14 months in, we finally got our secret little wish of getting pregnant. And I was beginning to think that was just not going to happen, because when you have a 30-day period, that's not really a possibility. So we were blessed with our miracle baby. I call her my Plexus baby because I took my supplements the whole time while I was pregnant, and she to this day is my best pooper. All my other kids are constipated kiddos. We're using the products to help with that. She is the opposite. She almost poops too much. She got to inherit my gut that was so much more balanced while I was pregnant with her. So when I started, though, my nutrients were also super low. My vitamin D was about 15. My iron stores were about 12, or my stores were gone, but my iron was about 12. My calcium was so low that my parathyroid was high, and it was stealing calcium from my bones just to keep me alive. So I had a big problem going on, a perfect storm that was brewing. And within about 6 months, all of those ranges came up into normal. I had been supplementing, but it wasn't working until I switched the supplements I was taking. So I promise you, quality matters. You get what you pay for. And if you're not taking quality products, you're not going to get the results that you want. All right, so keep that in mind. If it's cheap, like at Costco, it's probably from rocks, not plants. And all of our products are plant-based. Okay, so I'm getting off tangent a little bit, but let me finish up with migraines. So nutrient deficiency is another reason why you might have migraines. So just to kind of, I'm not going to bore you to death with details, but let me show you the products that we love that will help with migraines. Okay, so I talked about the Slim. It helps with blood sugar balance and hormones, cravings. Then we have our gut products, which are the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5. So the BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement, and usually you hear that and you think like milk of magnesia, you're going to poop all the time. It's actually combined with vitamin C to make it super absorbable and super gentle. Your body has over 300 processes that need magnesium, and constipation is just one of them. Migraines is just one of them. What about restless legs, sleep disturbances, mood issues, painful periods? This is going to help with all of those things. All right, and then, ProBio 5 is one of my favorite products because it's actually 3 in 1. And so it has probiotics, which are great, good bacteria going into your gut, but it also has digestive enzymes. I have never met somebody who has a dairy intolerance that takes this and can't start taking dairy again. It munches on dairy so that you can digest it. And then it also has an antifungal. So it breaks down bad yeast in your gut and gets rid of it with the help of the BioCleanse. So they work together. They're like partners. I feel like this gets the garbage, this takes the garbage out. Okay. All right. Then the X Factor is what I started on with the Triplex. I took the X Factor multivitamin and the Triplex, which is the 3 I just told you about, because I knew I had nutrient deficiencies and I wanted to see if it would help, and it did. But the X Factor is a little bit special because it's not just a normal multivitamin. It has aloe in it. And if you look into aloe, the aloe is sticky. It kind of binds with the nutrients and escorts them through your gut to where they're supposed to go. And it increases your absorption of your nutrients in your supplements, but also in your food by 300%. So it basically speeds up your absorption. It helps your body to absorb everything you're trying to give it faster. So it really is one of my favorite products. It's also fully methylated, which means it's in its absorbable form. So think folic acid versus folate. Folic acid is synthetic, and half of us in this country can't even absorb it. We have a mutation. So folate is the original stuff, and everybody can absorb that. So we use folate and all other methylated vitamins and nutrients so that it's all absorbable. And that's what makes it really special. Okay, and then Bobby talked about Ease a little bit. Ease has green lip mussel. It has turmeric, serrapeptase, and bromelain. All of them are Mac Daddy antioxidants and anti-inflammatories that really just help to break down scar tissue and built up proteins in your body to decrease inflammation and to get repair joint and cartilage damage. So it's just a really, really, really nice alternative to ibuprofen. I haven't bought ibuprofen in probably 3 years because I just take Ease. So it's much safer, it's much healthier, and it's not harmful to your gut and to your liver and to your kidneys. So those are the products we kind of wanted to highlight today. They're kind of some of our favorites, but we wanted to make sure we had some time for questions. So I know we've thrown a ton at you. We have about 5 or 6 minutes left. So feel free to unmute yourself, or if you, and you can ask questions, or if on the bottom of your screen you click on the chat, you can type it into the box. Probably should have told you that early on. But if you click on chat and want to type in a question, go for it. Or if you want to just unmute yourself, you can do it there. Yes, this is being recorded, Brandy. And after it's done, I can send you the link so that it'll be a YouTube link and they'll just watch it like a YouTube video. So, yep, I will get it to you. Great question. Any other questions? I know sometimes it's hard to find the chat box, or you're just shy. Okay, so as we wrap up then, if you think of a question, feel free to ask it at any time or type it in the chat box. And while you're thinking, I know for me, I wanted A to know, will this work for me? Hands down, yes, it will. It addresses the root issues of blood sugar imbalance, chronic inflammation, gut health, nutrient deficiency. But number 2, I wanted to know, how much does it cost, right? Anybody else want to know how much does this cost? Right? Because that's a big issue for a lot of us. So what I love about their products is that Plexus tries to combine products so that they work synergistically together and so that it reduces the amount of products you have to take. So you can actually talk to the person that invited you here and they can help you get some pricing together based on the products you want to start on, because it kind of varies depending on what you're going to pick to start on. But we do have this weekend, Plexus is offering a $22 off sale on their membership for a wholesale membership. So it's like Costco. You buy a Costco card and you get wholesale membership for the year. Same thing, you buy a Plexus membership and you get wholesale pricing anytime you order for a whole year. And usually that costs $40, but it's on sale for $17 because, well, St. Patrick's Day is coming, right? And so they were being kind of clever and fun. So right now you can get the wholesale membership for just $17. And then the person that was telling you about Plexus can help you find a package that will meet your needs. We have lots of different welcome packs to pick from to get you started, and they can get you pricing for that. Just for coming to this call, we are happy to give you 3 sticks of Slim to try. Or if you're ready to get started and you're like, yeah, sign me up, I want to do this, we'll actually take $15 more off of your first order instead of the 3 sticks of Slim. If you want, you can choose actually. So anyway, we're so grateful that you came. If there's no other questions, we'll let you go. We know your time is precious. And like I said, we'll have this recording for you. But we just hope that what has helped for us might help you too. So we just wanted to share. So thanks again, guys, for attending this workshop. Hope to see you on the next one every Saturday at 2. Thanks, guys. See ya.